Hello everyone, we are student of the Management Study Program, and in this video presents our final examination project of the Business Law course. In this presentation, we analyze the case of PT Garuda Indonesia Persero Tbk, focusing on banking law, bankruptcy law, and PKPU law, as well as competition law. This presentation will be delivered systematically from chapter 1 to chapter 5.
Garuda Indonesia akhirnya diputuskan lolos dari jerat pilot pada proses PKPU yang telah berjalan sejak Desember 2021 lalu. Dengan ini, Garuda berhasil memperoleh status homologasi dan lolos dari status
Pasal perdamaian PKPU Garuda Indonesia pada para kreditur disahkan oleh hakim pemutus. Dan berikut laporan jurnalis CNBC Indonesia Bianca Florian dan juru kamera Muhammad Iqbal dari Pengadilan Negeri Jakarta Pusat.
Saat ini saya sedang berada di Pengadilan Negeri Jakarta Pusat.
As we know, Garuda Indonesia is Indonesia's national airlines and a state-owned enterprise. The airlines operate in the field of air transportation and is strategically responsible for promoting public mobility, growth in the tourism industry, and relation between countries. With its extensive route network, Garuda Indonesia is one of the country's leading airlines for domestic and international flights. However, the company experienced serious financial crisis due to high debt burdens, error in its 2018 financial statements, and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The situation worsened when the COVID-19 pandemic caused a drastic decline in passenger number and revenue, while debt obligation to various creditors still had to be met. Garuda Indonesia total debt of more than 142 trillion posed various legal risks, particularly the risk of bankruptcy. The company faced lawsuits from a number of creditors such as aircraft, lessors, and vendors, which could potentially threaten its business continuity. In addition, in an effort to survive the financial crisis, Garuda Indonesia is also faced with other legal issues, particularly those related to credit relationship with banks, the debt restructuring process of PKPU, and alleged violation of competition law. Therefore, this study aimed to analyze how business law is applied in handling this crisis experienced by Garuda Indonesia. Okay, now we move to chapter 2. In chapter 2, we focus on banking law aspect in the Garuda Indonesia case. Nah, Garuda Indonesia obtained financing from several banks, both domestic and international, in the form of working capital loans and investment loans. The legal relationship between the bank and Garuda Indonesia is governed by Law Number 10 of 100 and 1998 concerning banking, particularly Article 1.11, which defines credit as the provisions of money based on a loan agreement between a bank and another party. In granting credits, banks are required to apply prudential principle as stipulated in Article 2 of the Banking Law, which states that banking activities must be conducted based on prudential principle. When Garuda Indonesia encountered financial difficulty and failed to meet its obligations, banks faced the risk of non-performing loans. Instead of immediately executing collaterals, banks implement credit restructuring measures such as extending loan tenors, adjusting interest rate, and converting debt into equity. Nah, This demonstrates that bank play not only the role of creditors but also act to maintain national financial system stability.
Sarah dan juga pemirsa, betul seperti yang diketahui bahwa Pengadilan Negeri Jakarta Pusat sebelumnya telah menyatakan bahwa Garuda lolos dari pilot dan menang PKPU, di mana keputusan tersebut ini berdasarkan dari hasil suara mayoritas para kreditur yang sebelumnya ini juga sudah dilakukan pemungutan suara atau voting yang dilakukan pada tanggal 17 Juni 2022 lalu. Dan
Chapter 3 discusses bankruptcy law and the suspension of debt payment obligation, known as PKPU. The legal basis for PKPU is regulated under Law Number 37 of 2004 concerning bankruptcy and PKPU. According to Article 222 Paragraph 2, PKPU may be filed if a debtor has more than one creditor and is unable to pay mature debts. Garuda Indonesia filed for PKPU as a legal strategy to avoid bankruptcy and ensure business continuity. During the PKPU process, Garuda submitted a settlement plan involving debt restructuring for its creditors. The settlement plan was approved by the majority of creditors and ratified by the Commercial Court in accordance with Article 281 of the Bankruptcy Law. As a result, Garuda Indonesia was not declared bankrupt and was legally allowed to continue its operation.
Lalu, hasil sidang menyatakan bahwa perjanjian antara PT Garuda Indonesia dengan para kreditur yang dilakukan seiring dengan pemungutan suara pada tanggal 17 Juni 2022 lalu dinyatakan sah oleh hakim pemutus.
Today I will speak chapter 4 about anti-monopoly law and unfair business competition and PT Garuda Indonesia. PT Garuda Indonesia is the national airline and the state-owned company. Garuda is the full-service flight segment, domestic, international, with a wide route network and strong public trust. Together with its subsidiary Citylink, Garuda is a larger market share. This means it can be considered in a dominant position under Article 25 Law on No. 5 of 1999. Bad domination with Garuda can influence price in the market, so its business policy must always be but fair follow competition rules. Garuda has also been investigated by KPPU for alleged price fix on domestic passenger and cargo flight, and CART is agreement between company to control price or market together. If through this market ticket price enhance and leads. As dominant player, Garuda is a strong influencer of consumer choice with price and the same everywhere, and alternative are limited. Consumer have option. According to Article 25 Paragraph 1 of Law No. 5 of 1999, business are prohibited from abuse their dominant position to limit consumer to under business. CART practice can refer business as abuse of dominance, even if done to maintain business continuity. KPPU acts and the competition, it get investigate, give administrative action and record Garuda to report and breach charge. KPPU also emphasizing the resource like efficiency or finance crisis cannot justify breaking competition law. In conclusion, PT Garuda Indonesia most business efficiency with competition law complex. The company should recover through internal efficiency and several innovation, not by energy in the practice the hard fair competition. Thank you.
In conclusion, the case of PT Garuda Indonesia demonstrates that business law plays a crucial role in balancing the interests of companies, creditors, and the public. Legal compliance is not merely an obligation but a strategic foundation for sustainable business operations. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.